Hi, in the vault today, we are going over a book, or rather a series, by Joan Lowery Nixon. The first book in the series that came out, it was called If You Say So, Claude. I came across not this book, but one later on in the series, just by random happenstance, and I just absolutely loved it, completely completely delighted, and I had to go out and get the rest of the series. So this was the series and the books. They go from 1980 to 1992, I think it is. But these are picture books that have amazing pictures, and I'll go over that a little bit later on. But amazing pictures, but there is a lot of text. There are little chapters to them. Not they're not long books, so maybe like the 30 some odd pages or so. But the text can be a little more dense, but it's so fun to read these. These are all in the vein of tall tales, and it all surrounds the two characters, Shirley and Claude, and they are they are settling the West, and they end up in Texas. So their journey takes them to quite a few milestones in their life. But what makes them great is Claude and Shirley are always at odds in terms of what they want. But Shirley is a very intelligent, very feisty character, and she always ends up things end up always going the way that she wants, but in a way where Claude eventually comes around to her way of thinking, in a way where he thinks like he adopts it for himself, um, because he sees the light, or he just ends up going that way. But what makes it very funny is that so you have If You Say So, Claude, right? So If You Say So, Claude, so that's going to be the catchphrase for this book. If You Say So, Claude. So they're going in this one. They are going to settle for a place. They came from a mining town together. They had some money. Now they're gonna build up their homestead. So they're gonna come to different places. Uh, so Claude is talking about like he can't abide by the mining towns. We'll go to the state of Texas. If you say so, Claude. And then they follow this trail. He gets here. He thinks this is beautiful. He's like, "Will you look at that?" So he stops the horses, and just like the language, I'll show you. So Shirley, I do believe this is a peaceful place we've been looking for, Claude said. I hope not, Shirley said. I don't really take to this place, Claude. I feel like I'm in a four-sided box. Never mind. This land will grow on you, Shirley, Claude said. For now, why don't you take the rifle and see if you can hunt up some meat for the table? I'll get our sleeping pallets out of the wagon and tend to the horses. So she goes, she has her rifle. So Shirley unfolded her long legs, stuck her feet in her boots, hiked up her skirts, and climbed down from the wagon. She took the rifle and edged past the back of the wagon. Right off she spied a fat, lop-eared rabbit sitting on a rock ledge just across the narrow canyon, so she raised the rifle and fired. Shirley's aim never was very good, so she missed the rabbit, and that old bullet bounced off the rock and back and forth across the canyon, whanging and banging, zinging and zanging, making a terrible racket. Shirley and the rabbit just froze, staring wide-eyed at each other. Well, Claude took that one moment to stick his head out the back of the wagon to see what that awful noise was, and the bullet tore right through the top of his hat, dropping it in the dust at Shirley's feet. Then Claude looked across the canyon just in time to see the rabbit hightail it behind the ledge. And he said, Surely get back in the wagon. I don't think we want to live in a place where we can't go out to get meat for the table without the rabbit shooting back. We're going to have to move on. Shirley picked up Claude's hat, climbed back into the wagon, and gave a happy sigh of relief. If you say so, Claude, she said. So they all go in this vein. There's the next one in the series is Beats Me, Claude. That's the one that this is the one that I initially read that I absolutely loved. Um, the next four books in this series are all by the same illustrator. So this one you'll notice the first one is a little bit different, but they're all by the same illustrator. Again, the writing is there's quite a bit, so it's going to take about 15-20 minutes or so to read the story, but the pictures are funny. There's The language is it's really enjoyable to read, and there's a lot of heart in these stories as well. So like really good emphasis on character, being yourself, um, and family being important. Um, just it's a feel good read. Like it just and it also addresses like in this story, this boy here, he's brought to the house. He's brought to the house by this guy pretending to be a preacher, and when the boy gets a moment, he tells Shirley that he has sold off his sister and that he's trying to sell him off too. So not the lightest of topics there, but and then she has a gun here that she puts on him, but like she says, so but there's comedy here, so it's like she puts this pie that she's trying to make. She's trying to learn how to make apple pie, and she doesn't. She's not good at it at all. But she um, gets the pie out, sticks it in front of him. She says, "Hold it." She picked up a rifle. A real preacher would turn a few words of thanks before starting to eat. Be on your way. Tom stays here. So she gets rid of the preacher. So good things end up always happening. Um, just overall, very funny, very entertaining stories with a lot of heart. And then you have Fat Chance Claude. So this is the catchphrase for this. This is how Shirley and Claude met. And then there's a You Bet Your Britches Claude, which is a lot of fun. And then you have the last one here. That's the Spirit Claude. And just I don't have enough there aren't enough words for me to say how much I really enjoyed these. So you like tall tales, you like a lot of heart, strong characters, and especially strong female characters, humor, but also acknowledging that there's real consequences and some grit. Things aren't always completely rosy, um, in terms of the realities of what people may have been dealing with during hard times. But really great stories. What is really interesting is this author. She's very prolific, but most of her books are teen thrillers and in the like the teen thriller horror genre, I think. Um, Primarily in the 80s, and so I saw her name all over the place and had no idea that she made some of these or made picture books that were this delightful. So uh, yeah, pick these out. Again, if you say so, Claude beats me, Claude, Fat Chance Claude, You Bet Your Britches Claude, and that's the Spirit Claude. Um, Lovely, lovely set of books that you and your child will have a lot of fun reading. So enjoy, and we'll see you in the vault.